Joy Behar bashes Trump, not laughing after nasty reality check she got seconds later by Robert Rich Politics US News for MadWorldNews.com. The View is not a place from which you want to get your news, and Joy Behar proved just that by exposing her bias while bashing President Donald Trump during a recent episode. Too bad for her, she wasn't laughing just a few seconds later, as that was about the time she got a nasty reality check that she never saw coming. It's a shame that people actually get their news from misinformed, ignorant, and outwardly deceitful political hacks on The View. As we all know, co-host Joy Behar has had it out for Trump since dear old Hillary Clinton spread some fake news herself, blaming the Russians for her losing the election. Not wanting to fall at Hillary's feet, the left has desperately been trying to support her lies, along with Behar recently leading the march. In fact, she was more giddy when she took to bashing Trump. As we all know, former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn had been charged and pleaded guilty to lying to the FBI. However, ABC News released a report just after news of the situation broke, saying that he was set to testify against Trump, saying that the president himself had directed him to make contact with the Russians. Without hesitation, Behar took to the news to her audience and immediately celebrating with the cheering idiots who actually watch her show. All too happy to hear the news, she smugly touted the fact that Trump was going to be impeached. Michael Flynn promised full cooperation to the Robert Mueller team. Behar read from a note card. Let's just take a listen. Why should I repeat it? Oh, it's right here. I guess we're not getting it. Why is it not playing?
So warm, I think it will be your favorite too.
So get your holiday shopping on.
This just happens in real time in this segment. We don't know the exact details of this, but I will say I implore everyone. I know everyone's cheering in here again. I give Democrats and liberals this moment, whatever. But I will say that I don't want this country to become more polarized and ripped apart than it already is.
I'm less polarized. I disagree with you.
They're trying to take my president down. It's the media trying to rip him apart. I beg, thank you very much, by the way, for agreeing.
They can think that.
And I think, but I also think that I don't want to relive the 60s. I don't want to relive what it's like to have a president impeached. I don't want, we've been talking all week very intensely, by the way. I don't want this country to rip itself apart. I would like us to find more in between. And this is, it seems like an audience that's excited.
Lemonade, right? But now he's telling the New York Times all about it. And how the two of them worked it out. Take a look.
We were using with our art, almost like a therapy session, and we started making music together.
Well, we're not getting to the point on this one. Well, Michael Flynn promised full cooperation to the Robert Mueller team. Behar read from a note card to the audience and is prepared to testify that as a candidate, Donald Trump directed him to make contact with the Russians. Yeah, wow, he goes to jail. He goes to jail, he goes to jail, lock him up, Behar shouted as the audience and her fellow co-hosts laughed and cheered in applause. This is the antithesis of election night. On election night, I had to wear a veil. I was in mourning. So this is like the antithesis of that hideous night, and that is why I am happy. Source Breitbart. Too bad for her. Her celebratory platform would quickly crumble beneath her feet. You see, unlike Behar, at least one other co-host, Meghan McCain, wasn't willing to really comment on the situation until learning a bit more. As it turns out, Behar would have been wise to do the same. In the end, McCain wiped the smug grin off Behar's face by saying that she shouldn't be quick to celebrate without knowing all the facts, and she was completely right. Come to find out, just a few moments later, the report initially released by ABC was debunked, but not before damage could be done. In all social media was going crazy, and CNN reports that the stock market had crashed 350 points, all because of this fake report and because of morons like Joy Behar. At the end of the day, the stock market crash should show smug idiots like Behar that this country loves Trump and is thriving because of the man. If a rumor circulating about his demise would send the country into a tailspin, then imagine what would really happen if he resigned. No one should be hoping for this. Instead, Behar and her band of goons merely like to hear what they want to hear and irresponsibly spread fake news simply because it benefits their political beliefs. It's time for an all-out boycott of this show. At this point, they're doing more harm than good. And after this, they're actually hurting this country. They have to go. Enough is enough. They should take their own advice. It's time to resign. Well, I'm going to try to get that part of her where she's actually speaking, because this is like really showing what an idiot she is.
I'm not Jewish.
You can.
Anyway, on election night, I had to wear a veil. I was in mourning. So this is like the antithesis of that hideous night. And that's why I'm happy.
But the thing is, this is so significant. You're talking about someone's national security advisor, someone with a military background who pled guilty to lying to the FBI, to the...
How about Hillary's lies to the FBI and to the American people? How about Comey lying? How about Clapper lying? I mean, really?
Federal government, and now is going to testify that not as president, as a candidate, the candidate Donald Trump directed him to make contact with the Russians. I mean, does everybody understand how significant that is?
You know, I'd like to know how significant the 20% sale of America's uranium to the Russians, while the Clinton Foundation pocketed $145 million.
There's no, I mean, it's unbelievable. It's true. It's true. There is no legal definition for collusion. There's no legal definition for collusion, but there is the legal definition for conspiracy. And conspiracy requires an overt act from one person to the other. I could prove an overt act.
Oh, there she is.
Michael Flynn promised full cooperation to the Mueller team and is prepared to testify that as a candidate, Donald Trump directed him to make contact with the Russians. Yeah.
What a psycho. These people are sick. Yay, what?
Beginning to look a lot like Christmas, and it's beginning to look a lot like collusion.
Yeah, it's beginning to look like collusion. And meanwhile, the stock market dropped 350 points. I mean, are you kidding me? And if something were to happen such as this, you can, no doubt, it shows that there would be an economic turmoil beyond anything we've ever seen. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.